Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fall River Media News. I'm your host, Dave Mead. And tonight is that I want to talk about, a few things. I want to talk about a few things tonight. 25 investigations, thousands of local mass families, among those overwhelmed in emergency shelter system. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, that is nuts. I mean, people are just overwhelmed. In emergency shelters, and so I just wanted to kind of put that out there a little bit. So I just wanted to kind of like really put that out there a little bit. So I was just wondering, can you hear me? I mean, anybody can hear me. That's all I'm asking. Just put it up there. If you can't, I can kind of like really put the volume up a little bit more. So, and a 2 non-citizens sentenced to prison in Fall River Court, disturbing crimes against a 9-year-old girl. Wow, Jesus. A New Bedford man were convicted last Friday afternoon by a jury of 3 peers after a week-long trial in Fall River Superior Court of raping and molesting a 9-year-old girl in their Dude Street apartment in Bristol County. District Attorney Thomas Quinn announced Nicole Pacheco, 41, was convicted by the jury of 2 counts: an aggravated rape and abuse of a child with a less 5 years age difference. Pacheco's housemates and Brillo Castro, 37, was convicted by the jury of Fabricab of a child. Both defendants were ordered held in jail on throughout the holiday weekends and were sentenced to on Tuesday by the judge. Thomas McGear Pacheco was sentenced to serve 10 to 15 years in the state prison, while Castro was sentenced to serve 8 to 12 years in prison. Both men are not citizens of the United States and will likely be deported upon a population of their state prison sentence. Holy mackerel. Damn. Thank you, James. I appreciate it. So the case was prosecuted by Assistant District Attorney Gabriel Warner. During this trial, evidence was showing that the girl, who is known a teenager, was raped twice by Pacheco, who is considered to be her father, and one of the casual of their innocence is occurred when the girl was 9 years old, 10 years old when on February 2015 and February of 2017. Imagine that, though. I mean, look at this. Okay, you got people. Okay, not even citizens of this country. Okay, so not even citizens of this country. And had done this to this little girl. So most likely. Most likely they might be deported back to their own country. So they might, and so they might be deported back into their own country. And I hope so. You know what I'm saying? So I hope they do. Again, this is a heinous crime. You know what I'm saying? And we did talk about this a while ago back with Angel for what he did to his kid. So we did talk about that. So I mean, crimes like this. I mean, you deserve to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and that's all I'm going to say. Because it's, these are kids that we're talking about. Okay. So these are kids that we're talking about, and these are growing men. You know what I'm saying? And adults. You know what I'm saying? And and with that being said, I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? I mean, most likely they might be deported. I hope so. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, when you're here. When you're here in America, okay, you're supposed to, you're supposed to have, what do you call it? I mean, you got your freedom, but to an extent, okay. But I mean, over here, the courts over here, we don't tolerate that stuff over here. And that's pretty sad. So, but with that being said, I'm gonna move on to something else, and because that kind of thing really disturbs me. 28-year-old has lived in the old New York City laundromat for 5 years and paid $1,900 for rent. Take a look inside. Wow. Oh, $900 for rent. Lived inside. Lived inside the laundromat. Wow. When same person, Delhi 28, found a former laundromat mass path queen on a online forum back in 2019, and he had no idea how much space would become his life. Early last year, NCBC makes it meant Delhi after his former laundromat turned an apartment went viral on TikTok. At the time, he was paying $1,850 a month. His rent has since increased to $1,900 a month. That's a lot. And yes, James, that is sad. And yes, it is. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? And and things like that. People shouldn't be around little children. You know what I'm saying? So on things like that. Yes, it is. That's pretty. That's pretty pathetic. You know what I'm saying? And I have no words for that either. Ever. Governor shuts down just over a week away, and Congress failed to act. Wow. So Congress. So now this is the problem. Okay. Congress failed to act. So now government shutdown just over a week away. Congress has failed to act on it. So this is basically Congress, failing to act. Hello, James. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, David?
Not much, man. I'm just actually kind of really talk about a few things here that is really going on. I mean, we talked about yesterday. I don't know if you heard, but we talked about Angel yesterday. With these.
Is that the guy that ran against Alan Sylvia?
That was the guy that ran against Alan Sylvia. So we did talk about we did talk about Angel yesterday, and he actually, he actually needs to, I don't know if it's too late for him to step down, but and we're asking him to step down from office because of his, until all this investigation is over with. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? If all of this about him is true, then yeah, he needs to step down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But the thing.
He's found guilty.
But see the thing is, with that, sometimes you gotta watch out for that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's innocent until proven guilty.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, but still, he has his pretrial is Monday. His pretrial is March 22nd, I believe. So.
So literally next month.
So literally next month, March 22nd. Yeah, his actually trial is going on, and we want to what we want to do is I want to see. You know what I'm saying? So because if he is found guilty, he needs to stop all of that because
he needs to step down.
Yeah, he's Portuguese too,
and plus, hasn't this guy had other legal troubles before?
Oh, he did. He had other problems before with the young guy too. So with the young boy, it's his son. I wouldn't
be surprised if he was found guilty. I really wouldn't be surprised.
Well, the mother, actually, I think the mother or the mother-in-law is actually going to testify against him.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So even so, because right now the state has the prosecution. They have they have evidence. You know what I'm saying? They have evidence.
Yeah. I guess it's not good for him.
Apparently not. I mean, when you call a kid a liar, you know what I'm saying? You don't call the kid a liar. You know what I'm saying? Intimidate the kid, call him a liar. You know what I'm saying? You let the kid. This is why we have these advocacy centers for. You know what I'm saying? So this is why we have them. So that way the counselors, the psychiatrists, and people and legal people can go and talk to this kid. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
No, this is why we have this stuff. And just like how I was just what I was just talking about a few minutes ago. I mean,
those two guys did to that 9-year-old.
Yeah, and these are guys. You know what I'm saying? And these people,
grown men.
And these people don't live in this country either. Believe it or not.
Yeah, well,
they're not even citizens.
Well, they're most likely going to be deported, though.
Yeah. Well, yes. Linda says advocacy.
They might serve their sentence here and then be deported. Their sentence.
Well, I've seen people get deported before, and they just get deported.
Well, the thing is, they committed a crime here.
Yeah.
So I think they might have to, serve prison time here and then get deported when their sentence is over.
Well, yeah, that's if they live that long.
Or they could send them back to, wherever they came from, then have that country sentence them. Who knows?
Well, yeah, I mean, they could be extradited back. You know what I'm saying, to their own country.
They could, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is. You know what I'm saying? It is good. You know what I'm saying? So it is good in a way.
Those idiots, they might never have an opportunity to actually immigrate here, like legally. They blew their chance.
Well, that chance is already gone.
Whatever they did, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the hell they did, but they did something.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna say this: no 9-year-old should ever have to go through something like that.
No,
absolutely not. These are fully grown men. This is a
9-year-old. Yeah. This is unheard of.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, this is unheard of. And talking about this disturbs me more. You know what I'm saying? I
feel absolutely horrible for that.
The advocacy comes from the same Latin. Linda said this. The advocate comes from the Latino roots word where some language gets the word from lawyer. Wow, I didn't even know that. That's actually pretty awesome. You know what I'm saying? It is. Yeah, that is pretty awesome. You know, and I've got to put on my edit glasses so I can see what's going on here. Because yeah, wow, word some language gets their word from lawyers. Wow, awesome. Linda, you put up a blank there.
Huh?
Yeah, I know she put up something, but it was a blank.
Okay.
Yeah, I know she was. Yeah, she usually actually writes something there too. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
What else was I gonna say? Yeah, what else was I gonna say? I was gonna plan on talk about a few things on your show.
Go ahead.
Have you heard about Trump has to owe like $300 million something dollars?
Well, you know something, and this is what's happening right now. This is what's happening right now. I'm going to tell you exactly what's happening. Oh wait, and AVATER, AVATAR, a vetter, not a blank. Oh, okay. I just wanted to say that all truck drivers, they're not going to deliver into New York City unless Trump does business over there. So they're not doing it. They're not delivering nothing over there. Just to be clear on that. So yeah.
Well, why?
Well, they're not. They said this is what's happening right now. New York City's not going to get any deliveries whatsoever until Trump until they say that Trump can do business in New York and stop all this nonsense that's going on.
Well, I mean, it's not nonsense. I mean, the dude's been found. The dude's been found that he frauded multiple businesses in New York. I mean, the guy has a history of that.
Yeah, but you know something though. But I'm just saying. Okay, I hear your point.
Yeah.
I do. I hear your point, and you know I'm not going to disclude that. Okay, so I hear your point, and now this is what I have to say. Okay.
All right.
That the truck drivers, they're not going to deliver anything, okay, until Trump starts going back and doing business in New York City again. So
wouldn't that hurt the Trump? Wouldn't that hurt the companies that those drivers are employed to?
I don't know, but they're not going. They stopped all deliveries for New York City, and the reason why they did it is because they stopped all deliveries, and that's it. They're not going to deliver anything until Trump comes back and does start doing business again in New York. So
he's barred from doing business, I believe, for 3 years, and then for his three eldest children, they can't do business for, I believe, 2 years.
Well,
so I mean, the original case was for a corporate death penalty, which would have been that Trump's business in New York would have been dissolved completely.
Well,
no, they actually ended up ruling that Trump can't do business there for 3 years.
Well, so there is,
and he has like a $300 million fine.
Well, guess what? So it's either what the truck drivers are saying is that it's either Trump starts doing business over there again, or they're not going to get any deliveries into New York City.
Almost seems like the drivers are sabotaging their own company.
Well,
I don't think their company's going to like that.
well, and they don't. They won't work. They won't drive. They won't drive at all. And I mean, so it's either I'm just saying it's either Trump goes back and does business with New York City, or there ain't going to be no deliveries.
Years, though.
Huh?
Well, that's not going to happen for like 3 more years.
Well, guess what?
And that's even if Trump is still alive at this point.
Well, he's still alive. He's only 70 years old.
Yeah, well, he's like 77 years old. I mean, the dude's getting up there.
Yeah, but he's still going though. He's still healthy. Thank God for that.
I beg to differ. I mean, if you look at his most recent rallies, like the dude's out of it. Like he is so out of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at Biden though. You know what I'm saying? He's out of it too.
They're all out of it.
I mean,
they're all out of it.
I mean, it's so.
Also, the fact that this country has like 350 million people, and Trump and Biden, these are like this is the best we could do.
Well, with Biden,
this is the best we can do.
Okay.
Trump again.
Well, look at this.
An election that nobody wants.
Well, but see now, look at this. Okay, if you had, just saying, if I didn't know you, I walked up to you on the street and I say, hey, look, hello, my name is Dave. What's your name? You tell me your name. Just say if I didn't know you, right? And then I would ask you, okay, all right. I would give you the statistics on Biden, and then I would also give you the statistics on Trump, and then I would ask you, okay, Biden or Trump, and I would ask you to, okay, just think about it, just think about the answer. You know what I'm saying?
Basically choose between those two.
Yeah, and who's worse? I mean, who is worse, Trump or Biden?
I would have to say Trump.
Well, I'm thinking. I was thinking the opposite.
Yeah, I kind of figured you were.
Well, no, but Biden's worse. You know what I'm saying? Biden's older.
The thing with Biden is, yes, the age is concerning. I mean, I get that the dude's in his 80s.
Yeah, he's in his 80s.
So, if only he was a bit younger, but
he's not.
but also the thing with Biden, he doesn't advocate for a universal health care system. He, stuff in that nature, like universal health care. A sensible federal minimum wage that still hasn't happened under him.
Yeah.
He also tried to forgive some student loans, but the Supreme Court ended up striking that down for whatever reason.
Oh yeah. You know what I saw today?
I don't know. Biden's too center for me, and plus, the age is a bit concerning. But if I absolutely had to pick between Biden and Trump, I would have to pick Biden.
Well,
Another thing, Biden is also the most pro-union president of my lifetime. So
yeah. Well, I would pick Trump because he's a little bit younger. You know what I'm saying? So I would pick because he's a little bit younger. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
4 years apart.
Yeah, well, he's a little bit younger. Oh, you want to know what I saw today? Believe it or not, Linda and I, we just came back from Market Basket. We saw a guy, an elderly person, sitting on the corner. Up the hill where the cars come down.
Yeah.
The guy was sitting right there with a nice coffee in his hand, holding a sign, right, saying, "Oh, I'm not a bum, but I need money for medication." Believe it or not, yeah. I looked and I went, wow. I says, I thought I seen everything, but look at this. The guy was actually sitting right there, bumming money to get medication. I don't know if there was something wrong with his health care or something, or mass health or whatever. It might have been. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe. Yeah.
It might have been. I mean, I can see people doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to bring up. The homeless crisis.
Yeah, the homeless crisis. Yeah.
Dude, it's getting bad in Fall River.
Yes, it is.
It's getting really bad. You know, I really wish the mayor would do more for that.
He's not.
Instead of building one shelter and that's it.
Nope, the mayor of the city of Fall River is not. The mayor of the city is not doing more. You know, you're right. The homeless crisis. Yeah. Well, the homeless crisis is getting worse. Okay, it is. It's getting worse.
And especially all this market rate housing in the city.
Yeah.
There's barely any affordable options left there. There's market rate housing everywhere.
Yeah, there is market rate housing everywhere. You're right.
People are losing their jobs. It's concerning.
This is concerning. You know, and Mayor Paul Coogan does not care if this is concerning or not. He doesn't care at all. He doesn't. And
yeah. He only built like one shelter, but that's already above capacity.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, why didn't you contact Maura Healy and come up with at least a program to help with them?
Well,
build like maybe some shelters, a rehab center, or a program that allows them to like get jobs. Like, why isn't Coogan done any of this?
No, we you know something. Remember you remember? Do you remember when I talked about this on my show?
Yeah.
I talked about using the mills for homeless shelters.
Yeah, but then the city council didn't even listen to it.
No, nobody did.
No, they didn't.
So I mean, we advocated for that and everything, and nobody cared to listen to it.
And you know what? I bet you they're going to turn those mills into market rate housing.
All of them, yeah. All of them.
I bet you anything.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, the city already tried it with the Bank Street Armory.
That didn't work.
Housing out of that.
Yeah. Well, that didn't work.
Nope. And the Alamax Diner near the former Route 79?
Yeah.
With the plaza full of those businesses?
Yeah, well, that didn't go true.
There was supposed to be market rate housing there, too.
But guess what? That did not go true because the guy did not want to sell it.
Yeah.
Ay. The guy did not want to sell it.
One of the only good things Coogan did was getting the ARPA money. Which, of course, he mismanaged.
Yes, he did.
And the train. Those are the only good things he's done.
Well, the train, Governor Deval Patrick is. Well, the train, Governor Deval Patrick advocated for that too as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, Governor Deval Patrick is.
Coogan still approved it, and of course there was a ballot initiative for if MBTA should be the provider of the service. I don't know if you remember that.
I think I saw it on the ballot.
Yeah, and that passed. So
yeah, but well, they started talking about the MBTA train. They started talking about it. I think Boston is having difficulties with one of their lines. I don't know which one it is.
And it's the orange line.
It's always the orange line, yeah. No, they're having difficulties with it. Yeah. And they said that when the train starts over here in Fall River, in Massachusetts here, it's the traffic is going to be difficult. You know what I'm saying? So.
I would imagine the train would decrease traffic.
The traffic is going to be difficult because of well, they're all done with the 79 with the Weaver Cove there with the bridge there. So they
near Weaver Street.
Yeah, so over there that bridge is already done. So they already fixed that bridge already over there.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I heard it's supposed to open up in either May or June.
Yeah, and but the traffic is going to be horrible though. That's what they're trying to say.
Well, I would figure it would be the complete opposite.
Well, people trying to get down to the.
Think of this. Most people would rather just take a train than drive all the way to Boston.
Yeah,
because the drive from Fall River to Boston already sucks.
Yeah, it does. And
I would imagine most people would rather ride the train.
What's happening is that when I say the traffic
more competitive to driving anyway.
Yeah, but when I say that the train is the traffic is going to be like heavy, like it's because people are going to be trying to get down to the railroad station, trying to be in a hurry to get their train. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So I mean, people are going to be in a hurry to get their train. They're gonna want they don't want to be late for it. So traffic is going to be crazy. I can already see that.
well, probably in the city, but in the highways, no way.
Probably not in the highways.
No.
Maybe not. Well, you know what? We'll see. You know what I'm saying? I can also monitor that highway too. And see if it's going to be big adventure. You know what I'm saying? So, but
Well, let's see. It's supposed to be completed in a couple months anyway. So
yeah, it's. Well, I mean, hey, like I said, hey, hey, it's not my money that they put it here. But hey, a train is. People say a train is a good idea. Some people say a train is not a good idea. Oh. But you know what Coogan did? Coogan bought a trolley car.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, he did. He bought a trolley car. Yeah, I think it's gonna be used in the summer.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah, it looks like that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I wish they had trolley cars all over the place. You know what I mean? Back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth instead of only the buses picking us up, SRTA picking us up. They should have the trolley cars come and pick us up too, and bring us places. Don't you think?
Oh yeah.
I would think so.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's already cities that have trams, which is smaller trains.
Yeah,
Cities already have that.
I mean, we throw out all these good ideas, okay, to these politicians, but I mean.
Yeah, but then it never happens, or they say one thing and then do the other.
Yep, they do. Just like one time, we were supposed to have a hotel in Fall River, a casino hotel in Fall River, and one time, and I was down there, and I was looking at the map, and Linda Pereira had this little girl come up and say, and the little girl's looking at the map and saying, we don't want no, what do we want a hotel and casino for? And I'm like, this little girl's like maybe about 12 years old. I'm like, I said to the city council, I said, what does this little girl know? You know what I'm saying? She don't know anything about politics. She doesn't know anything that she's 12 years old.
And it's like, you're really gonna listen to some 12-year-old? Like, really?
Yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah.
Well, you know what? If that casino was there, maybe Fall River would have a bit more money in their pockets.
Well, we wanted the casino to come into Fall River. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah, so that the city could, have some of the profits that the casino has.
Yeah, that's what we wanted, but instead, right? But instead, the casino ended up in Tiverton instead.
Yep.
So Tiverton's getting all that money, generating all that money.
Yeah. Yeah. To think that the city of Fall River could have had that.
Yeah.
But no, you know how it is in Fall River. The city they just can't have nice things.
No, you're right. I agree. The city of Fall River cannot have nice things. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Now with Coogan around, we ain't gonna have nice things.
Oh, and you know what? With the Sunday bus service that sort of operate?
Yeah.
There's some people that are already complaining about it.
A lot of people are complaining about it. You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea why.
I mean,
but
Sunday,
when I go on the City of Fall River Facebook page, there's always one person that's complaining about it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And
I really don't understand. You know?
Yeah, Scott Donnelly says, whatever happened to the riverboat gambling? Yeah, I mean, we actually too.
Was that supposed to be the casino?
That was supposed to be the riverboat gambling.
Oh.
Yeah, but we're supposed to have
But no, the terrible city councilors just decided they weren't going to do any of that, and
of course not.
Oh, and I guess Tiverton's got the last laugh.
Yeah, well, because now Tiverton has a casino, and Tiverton has a casino, and guess what? And now Tiverton's laughing at us.
Yeah, that's just more money for them.
Yeah, and more money for Tiverton, but less money for Massachusetts.
Well, less money for Fall River.
Well, for Fall River anyway. Oh my God. I mean,
And of course, Coogan mismanaging the ARPA funds.
Yeah, all the ARPA fund money's gone.
Well, there's a little bit of it left, but you know what I've heard? Like when the ARPA money runs out, I keep hearing from people saying that that the city's going to introduce like purple bags and all that.
If the rest of that money runs out, that's probably what's going to happen.
Actually, I don't think that's going to happen because because one of my coworkers from work, like he knows a lot about this stuff, and
oh, you're talking about Chris?
Yeah.
I know Chris.
And he told me that the purple bags and all that.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's not going to happen. That's going to be very unlikely.
Yeah, it will be unlikely.
Well, I hope. I don't want to have to see you pay like what $10 for.
Oh, we paid $5 last time.
Purple bags.
We paid $5 last time.
Yeah.
When we had it, $5 a roll.
Yup.
Last time. Yeah, if you buy two.
You know who introduced that? Your boy, Sam Sutter. Your boy.
No, Flanagan did.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Flanagan did it first, and then Sutter kept up with that, and then he ended up getting recalled, and yep, that's where we got Jazel.
And then Jazel kept it for a little while.
And then he ended up getting rid of it.
And then he ended up getting rid of it and going to jail.
for trying to extort marijuana companies.
Yeah. Extort.
Yeah, the guy ended up being transferred like 5 times in 2 months.
Yeah. Well, because he's a high-profile case.
What a crook that guy was.
He's a he's a high-profile case.
Yeah, I call him the Richard Nixon of the Richard Nixon of Mass. He's a crook.
The Richard Nixon, huh? I never knew him. I don't think.
Well, yeah.
I don't think I don't think I ever knew Richard Nixon.
Seriously?
Oh wait, yeah, I did. Yeah. I never met him, but I heard of the name.
Well, that's the president who ended up resigning.
Yeah. Let them all keep resigning.
Oh, yeah, Jazel, and then now Coogan.
Yeah. But I mean, but Coogan needs to resign too. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he needs to resign.
This is already his 3rd term, so I mean, I don't expect him to win another term.
Yeah, he needs to resign because
this is his 3rd term for crying out loud.
Yeah. Well, he needs to resign because
only there's term limits here.
Well,
but there isn't.
I think it was I think you only one-term mayor, one-term city council.
Yeah, but for the mayor, for the mayor, there's no term limits. No,
Oh, Scott.
There needs to be term limits for the mayorship. There needs to be 2 at least.
Yeah. Well, there's 2.
No, there's no term limits at all.
Well, yeah. No, there ain't.
That's why Coogan can keep running as much as he has.
Well, you know something? Scott Allen Donnelly says, do not worry, the Democrats are already gearing up to print more money in the immigrants crisis. It will be the next free government cash crisis.
Well, you know what? If only Republican governors would stop shipping people here.
Well,
That's one of the biggest reasons why we have so many illegals en masse, because Republican governors keep sending them here.
well, you know something? But if Biden did not open up those borders, we wouldn't have this problem.
The border was never open. What?
Yeah, it was. If the border, you're right. The borders were never open until Biden opened them.
He did not open them.
Yeah, he did. He admitted that he did.
You know, I keep hearing this for, what, over 2 years now?
No.
No, the border's not open.
They are.
If the border was open, then Americans would, then Americans could, they could cross over to Mexico without, it would basically be a freedom of travel movements. That's not a thing. No, it's not an open border, but I do agree. We do need more funding for the border patrol. That I do agree with.
Well, yeah, we do need some more money. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
and you know what's even more strange? There was actually a bill recently that was voted in the Senate to give like more border funding. And it was the most conservative border bill ever. And guess what? Republicans voted against it.
oh,
They voted against it because they didn't want a Democratic president to sign anything in that nature, because this is an election year.
well, no, they don't.
And Donald Trump literally told his Republican colleagues that no, don't help out Biden because this is an election year.
Well, the Scott Allen Donnelly says that the Democratic government is declaring sanctuary states, and then start crying when they start shipping them to their states.
Oh yeah. Oh well, actually, I'm glad he said that, because we need to get rid of that en masse. Yeah, we need to get rid of that sanctuary status in Massachusetts. You
don't need no more sanctuary city.
No, we need to get rid of that, because that's why there's a bunch of illegals here in the first place.
Well, more
Republican governors keep busing people from wherever to.
Trump, the whole government is throwing these immigrants everywhere, all over the place.
Yeah, Republican governors like Greg Abbott, Ron DeSantis,
Well, the Democratic governors, too. I mean, same thing with them. You know what I'm saying?
I am blaming them for, for not repealing these sanctuary statuses. They need to do that pronto.
Maura Healey is still wiping her tears, Scott Allen Donnelly said.
Oh, Maura. I really don't understand what happened to her. I mean, she had a good first year, but then ever since a couple months ago, she's really done a 180.
Yeah, she did do a 180.
So I mean, I don't know what's going on with her. I don't know if she's,
Well,
she needs to be more tough on the illegals. I'm sorry to say this. I know illegals. I know they're people, but at the same time, like they're illegal. They shouldn't be here.
They shouldn't be here.
I mean, do it the right way.
That's what I've been trying to say all along. I mean, do it the right way.
And you know what? Why don't you make it easier to come here? Make it easier to process more green card applications and asylum applications. You know, why not just make that easier and provide more border funding? You know, something.
Well, you know, we need more green cards. That's what we need. You know, more green cards.
I would make them easier to obtain. You know, allow more asylum applications to be processed faster. Because the thing with the asylum thing, it takes like years for that to actually go through.
Oh, Scott Allen Donnelly said Healy's made bad decisions. That's coming back and biting her in the butt.
I know what he means.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
I mean, she's blowing it.
She is blowing it. I don't even think I don't think she's going to last 4 years in office. I doubt it.
Well, I mean, if she keeps this up, then.
Well, I mean, yeah, she's not gonna last. And I think we all, and I think everybody, and everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? You know, because she's taking a turn for the worse. Instead of taking a turn for the better, she's taking it for the worse.
Well, I mean, I think she's being too soft. She needs to be more tough on these issues.
Well, yeah. Well, Scott Allen Donnelly says Healy is so bad, Dave. I want a Charlie Baker back.
Charlie Baker.
No, Scott, no.
Yes, yeah. Bring back your favorite governor.
No.
Yes. I mean, why not? Right? He's a Republican, right?
Yeah, well, he is. But yeah, he is.
So why wouldn't you want him back?
I don't know. I'd be satisfied with a baby boomer in office.
Baby boomer. Oh my God.
Well, one of my grandkids or something running for governor.
Oh man.
Yeah, really. Hey, now what about Nikki Haley? She just lost, huh?
I was just gonna mention her. Yeah, she's still in the race.
Yeah, but she's gonna lose though. That's the thing.
And everyone, don't forget, Nick in the Nevada primary, Nikki Haley ended up losing to none of these candidates in Nevada. So she lost to no one there.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, she's already lost Nevada. She lost New Hampshire, although it was closer than I thought it would be.
Yeah, but she wants to.
She got destroyed in Iowa.
But she wants to raise the what do you call it?
Yeah, she wants to raise the retirement age to
70. Yeah.
70 years old. When our life expectancy is going down.
Yeah.
What sense does that make?
That doesn't make any sense at all, man. 70 years old? Man, I think we all got one foot in the grave already.
Yeah. Oh, and it's so funny. You were talking about her one day at work, and someone ended up listening to you, and she actually agreed with you.
She did.
Remember?
Yeah, she did, yeah.
Yeah, and when you told her that Nikki Haley wants to raise the retirement age to 70, she was like, yeah, well, you know what? That's not going to happen up here. We're not going to take kindly to that.
No. Well, I mean, as a Republican, all right, as a conservative, I'm not going to take kindly to that. You know what I'm saying? 70 years old. I mean, come on. I mean, I want to enjoy myself. You know what I'm saying? While I'm still here.
Yeah.
Of course. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know I'm healthy. I know I'm strong. You know, and I know, I have a good, I'm still young, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but, At 70 years old.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
If she somehow ever becomes president, you know what she's gonna do.
70 years old.
Yeah, she'll screw over your retirement.
I'll retire at 65. I won't even bother.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even bother. And that's it. Because she's a knucklehead. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is also the same Nikki Haley that couldn't even answer a simple question on the Civil War.
Yeah.
From a couple months back. She completely dodged it.
Hey, Mitt Romney retired, huh?
Yeah, he's retiring he's retiring later this year.
Good for him.
Well, you know what? The thing about Mitt, I don't agree with his policies, but I respect him as a person.
Yes, I do. I think he's a Republican.
No, he definitely is.
Yeah, but he's retiring.
No, I respect him as a person.
I do too. You know what I'm saying?
He's one of the last moderates in Congress.
Yeah, he's Mitt Romney. Yeah, he is.
Of course, there's the far right fanatics.
Oh. These people, man. Who the hell can you trust?
And of course, you have Mike Johnson, who loves to shove religion down people's throats.
Well,
who could forget about him?
Mike Johnson, because he is religion. So.
Well, the thing is, he keeps shoving it in people's throats.
Well, I guess he has the right to. You know what I'm saying? Talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It all depends how people are taking it.
That's not what I have an issue with him. The issue is
he talks about it.
It seems like he generally hates people who aren't religious.
Well,
that's one of my biggest problems with him.
Hey, look, you know something? I'm religion. I don't hate anybody.
No, I know you don't.
I care about everybody. You know what I'm saying? And one day, and hope one day that they come to their senses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which is something that's probably not going to happen.
Not with you. But at least the majority anyway. But Mitt Romney is strapped his dog to the roof of his car when his family moved across the country. The dog did not trust him.
Oh my God,
Sky, you're funny, man. Funny dude. Mitt Romney strapped his dog to the car.
Yeah,
to the
it seems
roof.
like he doesn't like moderates at all. I think he might be one of those people who says that moderates.
Oh no, he says it's a true story. Scott Allen Donnelly says it's a true story.
It's a true story.
Oh my God. And what about Pocahontas? What about Pocahontas? I even forget her name. Elizabeth Warren.
Elizabeth Warren, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she's running again for Senate later this year.
Yeah, I don't like her at all.
I used to support her.
I did too one time.
I favor 80% of her positions, but the way she screwed over Bernie back in 2020, that just left a sour taste in my mouth.
Yeah, she's not good.
The way her and the establishment screwed over Bernie in 2020.
Well, there's another person running running against her. I think he lives in Swansea or Somerset, somewhere. Somewhere.
Isn't that like the top Republican to run?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know who he is. Yeah, he's extremely right wing on a lot of social issues, so he's probably going to lose because of that.
Well, maybe not. We'll see.
Well, I mean, you had someone like Jeff Deal, and he's extremely far right with social issues, and he ended up losing horribly.
Yeah. Well,
And you know, a moderate Republican like Charlie Baker, those guys, those are like the best Republicans that could win in the state of Massachusetts.
so a moderate. When you say moderate? What do you mean by that?
So moderate. Well, that means that that, you know, they're not like with social issues, they're not like really conservative with that. Like they're in the middle ground of that.
Yeah.
So I mean, moderate Republican, like there'll be they'll be center when it comes to social issues. Sometimes left wing when it comes to that, but then fiscally they're conservative.
Yeah.
And those are the Republicans that seems like that Massachusetts likes.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think I don't know if I'm moderate.
Moderates, and a lot of people keep calling them rhinos these days.
But I don't know if I'm moderate.
Huh?
I don't even know if I'm moderate. Do you think I'm moderate?
Well, I don't know. That's for you to decide.
No, but I'm just saying. I mean, you listen to me talk, right?
I mean, it's your positions. I can't say anything about that.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's kind of up for you to decide.
I don't even know if I'm moderate. I don't know if I'm moderate or what.
Well, that's up to you.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to hang up now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and say a few things.
Okay. No problem. No problem. I told you, you're always welcome.
Oh, I know.
You know, I mean, hey, you know, at least, I'm the last conservative would be like, looking for how do we bring our country back? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, at least you have this conservative, talking about the issues to a well, you're not a Democrat.
Yeah, well, a conservative talking to a social democrat. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, a social democrat. Yeah, I mean, we want to.
Yeah. So basically, left wing.
Yeah. So basically left wing. You know what I'm saying? So talking to a left wing, and a social democrat. You know what I'm saying? And and like I said, we all have to get along. You know what I'm saying? We can't keep fighting back and forth. We got to find solutions for this country. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so we can bring this country back on track.
Some kind of common ground. We can't just spend our time just arguing with each other and doing political gotchas.
No, and we all got to get along.
We need to grow out of that and start working together.
Yeah, and listen to each other. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
and get rid of these freaking far rightists like Marjorie Taylor Greene. Get rid of her. She's not helping. Lauren Boebert, get her out.
Well.
Get those far right fanatics out of there.
Well, we also have to get
replace them with people that that actually want to serve their terms.
Well, we also have to clean out some of the Democratic. You know what I'm saying? So we also have to clean some even on the Democratic side too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. I mean, I would rather just get rid of the extremely pro-establishment ones.
Well, the Democrat, and get rid of the deep state. Get rid of Main Street media too.
Yeah.
And Big Pharma too. We gotta get rid of them.
Yeah, and finally get universal health care in this country. All right, Dave. Well, I gotta go.
All right. Okay. And I'll see you tomorrow at work. So,
All right. Well, I'll see you then.
all right, James. If you wanna, were you going to bed?
No, I'm just gonna. No, I'm just gonna make something to eat. So.
Well, if you want to call Jake later, you can.
All right.
Well, Jake's up right now. I guess he's up right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
All right. All right. Well, take care.
Well, okay, you too. You take care.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, sometimes, we have to, we have to get along at some point. You know what I'm saying? Yes, and I think that's one of the reasons. You know what I'm saying? So we have to get along, with each other, because if we don't, guess what? I mean, the government ain't going to care, if we're fighting back and forth. But Mayor Paul Coogan, it's been concerning about him. You know what I'm saying? There's a big concern about him. You know what I'm saying? About his, about stuff that he's doing. Spindle City Straight Talk with Chip and CJ Ferry, was talking, about it. You know what I'm saying? About Maura Healey, about Maura Healey's, how she's messed up really bad. And how Mayor Paul Coogan is also messing up really bad too. So, Spindle City Straight Talk was actually talking about that too as well. I mean, when you spend a certain amount of dollars, and when you spend certain amount of dollars, and and you run out, when you waste money and spend all the RPA, the opera money, you know what I'm saying, and now there's where the taxes come in, you know what I'm saying, and people do always, the government, they always raise taxes on people all the time. So Senator just passed a bill, 95 billion aid packages. Biden promises to shut down the border, and Congress improved the bill of GOP claim would, but for SNAP benefits is using to get free phone services. Wow. You're not supposed to use SNAP benefits to get free phone services, so I'm hoping that they shut that down very soon. Mike Johnson said Trump isn't calling the shots for the House Republicans after the president. So, Congress wants to give America $7 billion to help pay monthly internet bills. Yeah, of course. I mean, we can use $7 billion to pay for, thanks, Scott. I'll look it up later on. I can use $7 billion to help pay for, my internet. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. Mass residents could get a loan to pay off their debit and taking a look. Rick Scott accused of McConnell of undermining the GOP over the Senate border deal. So the House should impeach the entire Biden administration. I agree. Short-term funding bills, unlikely, senators and Republicans saying. 4 iPhone games that paid real cash in 2024. Proposal to change Social Security moving through Congress and Supreme Court. Republicans pushing discharge of petitions against Mike Johnson. Oh, here we go with this stuff again. Government shutdown threats. Return to Congress and wrap up in a racist thousands of Fall River seniors are getting walk-in tubes with the housing Republicans gearing up to kill other bipartisan Senate bills. Congress is facing tight deadlines to avoid a shutdown. House GOP leader Jensen promises to vote on a 12 individual spending bill. Free phone services in Fall River are now possible with SNAP. Well, you can't have, you can't have these free phones. I think these free phones, causing a problem with SNAP benefits. I think that they should shut that down. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's causing a hell of a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I think by February or something, March, that they're gonna shut down the free phones. I don't know yet, but we'll check it out. Urgent warning by Virginia Representative Spanberger raises concerns over the possible governor. So sick of these wilderness and some works of America instead of worthless stupidity investigations that the great Republicans are having never learned every time. Republicans have down the government and they keep losing for it. Yeah. But hey, you know something? It's both sides. Thank you, Scott. I'll watch it later. And it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? You know how things are being run around here. But there is a couple of things I really want to talk about, and I think I have it over here somewhere. Yeah, let me see here. I already saw that one. Let me see what's going on here. Gabriel Boomer Amaral, Friday, February 16th. That's already passed. TA Restaurant, I believe. So that's already gone. Let's see what else is going on here. Let's see. Yeah, talk about Monday night. WrestleMania too. That's coming up too as well. When I find a date, I'll give you the date for that too. Stand with Texas. Yes, we will. Bus services are still on. Free bus services also are still on until June 30th. So yes, live address by Christians, broadcasted by NRS. Let me see here. What's going on here? Restaurant to be put up for sale of less. Wow, what's that? Boston Market again, huh? Jimmy's Organic Coffee Shop is going to be opening. And Fall River is buying trolleys to boost the tourism and reduce parking issues. Wow. Fall River is buying turned to 10. Wow. Fall River by WJAR. Fall River has purchased a red and creamy trolley to boost tourism with the city. Oh, great cars. Yeah, red cars. So, let's see what he's got to say.
There are hundreds of reasons to get certified with AAPC, but here are just a few. On average, AAPC certified.
Well, come this April, you will be able to ride the trolley in Fall River.
Not an old one on the rails, but a new one on the road, as NBC 10's Temi Topa Adelaide tells us about the city's new purchase.
This is all natural wood, and I think it's got a real homey look to it.
What's old is new again in Fall River as a used red and cream trolley arrives.
Well, we had trolleys in the past, but they just, through age and use, they just kind of got beat up. We've been looking for one, and we ended up applying for a grant from the state. We got $50,000. We bought this one out of Delaware, and I think if we have, we're going to work with our local vocational school. They're going to give it a once-over, and hopefully we'll be in business shortly.
City of Fall River Mayor Paul Coogan says the trolley was $60,000, so the city put up an additional $10,000 along with the grant. Its purpose is to give people a better look at popular destinations around the city, like the waterfront, with an aim to reduce parking issues and boost tourism.
It holds 32 people. If we get a couple of loops going so people know they can access the waterfront and still get uptown or get to Columbia Street to some of our restaurants, we think it'll be convenient for people, and maybe it'll improve our tourism a little bit.
Visitors at the Cove Restaurant and Marina like the idea.
We're not from this area, but I think it's a wonderful idea, and I'd be glad to take that trolley to maybe find out about parts of Fall River I don't know of.
On top of taking a tour of Fall River's most popular destinations, you're also given the opportunity to rent this trolley out for events like birthdays or weddings. This light needs to be reattached and this handicap lift repaired. But once complete, you can expect to see this trolley in action in April. The stops and schedule will be announced then, and pricing will depend on the use of the trolley.
It needs a little work on the outside, a touch-up, but we'll have it rolling within a month, I'm sure.
In Fall River, Temi Topa Adelaide, NBC 10 News.
What's the plan if undocumented immigrants are suddenly brought into Rhode Island?
Well, that's something Rhode Island without a shelter, a right to shelter law like Massachusetts has, we haven't seen that. Weeks ago, the governor told me he's been planning for just that in case surprise arrivals show up. The Republicans want to know more tonight, as NBC 10's Joanna Boris tells us. Joanna?
Lawmakers told me they want to know if Rhode Island is a sanctuary state, and if so, would they cooperate with federal authorities? House Minority Leader Mike Chippendale and Senate Minority Leader Jessica De La Cruz are re-upping their demand for answers regarding illegal immigrants. This comes after a Guatemalan national charged with child molestation in Rhode Island was released last April, even though he should have been held on a federal immigration detainer. They want to know if this could keep happening, or are we going to cooperate with ICE? Are we going to cooperate with the federal government? Or are we going to ignore detainers and let alleged criminals go? The lawmakers say they met with two of Governor Dan McKee's staffers last month because he's too busy to meet with them himself. They say they want to know what will happen if a bus, plane, or train filled with migrants gets dropped off here.
They articulated a plan for how to deal with any such influx for the first 48 hours, but there was really no plan after that.
Chippendale says they're told the migrants get a health screening and a background check, but what happens after that isn't known. He says that's unacceptable when there are Rhode Islanders in need of help now.
In the legislature, we're immersed in the issues right now of dealing with homeless Rhode Islanders. We have 113 veterans in Rhode Island who are homeless. We have 1,800 people, Rhode Islanders, sleeping on the street on any given night. 4,000 people in Rhode Island have been identified as unhoused. What is the plan of this administration to deal with an unexpected influx of folks when we ourselves cannot provide housing, health care, or basic services to actual Rhode Islanders?
At this point, we haven't gotten any confirmation that migrants will be coming into the state. I brought these questions to Governor Dan McKee's office. He's currently out of town, and I haven't gotten a response. Live in Providence, Joanna Boris, NBC 10 News.
Yeah, so what are they going to do? You know what I'm saying? With all these migrants when they come. You know what I'm saying? What are they going to do with it? You know what I'm saying? Do with them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. I mean, face it. I mean, these people are still coming. So what are they going to do with these migrants? What are they going to do? I mean, they keep pouring into this country, even on buses and everything. So what are they going to do? So, but anyways, still got a few minutes here in my show, and and I want to really kind of like really take a look at something else here that's going on here. So I want to take a look at other things, that's going on here in our country. And I did, let me see, find it. Laura Trump will stump for her father in the laws of South Carolina this week. Fall River, Mass. A man was reportedly elderly stabbed in near Ruggles Park. I did talk about that. Let me see here. See what else is going on. Order pub. Yeah, I talked about Popeyes already. Pereira's Enterprise. Yeah, that's my daughter's husband. That's my son-in-law that owns their Pereira's Enterprise. He owns Pereira's Enterprise, and please go down there and get all your needs done over there. He's very good at pricing. His prices are great. So yeah, that's Pereira's Enterprise. My daughter's husband, would be my son-in-law. So you go down there and get all your needs done with your car. If you need rotors or something, so if you need your car fixed, you gotta go down there and you can actually call them or go down there and look them up. And Pereira's Enterprise, they're really good. So, yes. Let's see here. I did ask one time. I did ask one time for to see if I did. Let me see here. Going on Instagram now. I did ask one time if the city council could do something with the homeless crisis that we got here. And build an extra shelter. You know what I'm saying? Where the old Rodman Street Maple Gardens where the old Rodman Street used to be. You can. You know what I'm saying? Build shelters over there. So you can. Oh yeah, I got a sticker. Yeah, sure, it's on. Yeah, I have a sticker on. I always put a sticker on to get rid of my stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I did buy the sticker. So yes, hey, so it is what it is. So I did buy the sticker, so I did. Here is Ben. So create Trump's points of crowds. Yeah. But I just want to say is that immigration. Immigration. They have to come over here. Okay. Basically, on a green card. You know what I'm saying? So, but, some people say the border's not open. Some people say the borders are open. But you know what? Hey, something, I'm going to say that, the borders are still open. Okay? So the borders wasn't open until Biden opened up all the borders and let these morons in. You know what I'm saying? So these people in, basically. So that's how that goes. But it is what it is, and when you actually leave the borders open, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? So, if I don't have my phone, yeah, I do. So, anyways, that's what I wanted to say. And I hope Mayor Paul Coogan, decides to come to a senses and build homeless shelters. Build more homeless shelters. That's what we need. We still have a homeless crisis, and I'm gonna be out there again. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be out there again. Okay. I mean, we have a homeless crisis going on. We can't afford to be taking care of migrants. We have a homeless crisis going on here in Fall River. And I don't know why Mayor Paul Coogan is not helping to take care of these people. Build another homeless shelter. Use one of the mills for a homeless shelter. I've been saying this all along when the city election started. So, I mean, we do have money. Use some of that money to build, to renovate, and for a homeless shelter for these homeless people. It's kind of cold out there. So yes, it is. It's kind of cold out there, and it's kind of cold out there. So I mean, people don't realize the temperatures out there. Okay, right now the temperatures is freezing cold right now. Tomorrow is supposed to rain and snow, rain and snow showers tomorrow. So can you imagine, being out there in the freezing cold, sleeping in a tent and everything out there in the woods or out in the open where there is a lot of breeze out there? It's not right. You know what I'm saying? I've been advocating for homeless people ever since I was ever since I was younger. I can imagine, I was homeless before. You know what I'm saying? And I know what it's like to be homeless. Alright? And I also know what it's like to be outside in the freezing cold, down in the digits in temperature. Okay? I do know that. You know what I'm saying? And just trying to point out that, not as cold in Fall River tomorrow. Highs 47. It's not as cold tomorrow. It's gonna be highs as 47 tomorrow. So I just got the text. It's not gonna be as bad tomorrow. It's gonna be highs 47 tomorrow. So it's not that cold. So but thank you for the text. I appreciate it. But still, bring a jacket, bring some stuff, so that way you can, keep warm too. So it's not going to be that bad tomorrow. But I mean, tonight it's going to be, down in the digits, and we still haven't, we still don't have an extra shelter for these people to go live in. And I'm hoping that Mayor Paul Coogan comes to a senses. Maybe I'm hoping that the city council comes to their senses and say, hey, if you got money for a trolley car, you got money to renovate a mill to help the homeless people out there. Okay, so that's all I got to say. The taxpayers we're bringing in we're bringing in money. So if you got money to purchase a trolley car, you got money to purchase, okay, to renovate one of the mills and make a homeless shelter out of it. So so if you got money for a trolley car, okay, if you got money for a trolley car, you got money to renovate a mill for the homeless people so they can have a place to stay. So, and that's it. So with that being said, I'm gonna get off our Instagram, and I'm going to stay live over here on my my podcast. All right. Let me see here. Four. Okay. Renovate a mill for the homeless people that are sleeping out in the street. So, yes. All right. So, with that being said, it is true. You know what I'm saying? If you got money, to get a trolley car, to buy a trolley car, you have money, okay, to renovate one of the mills. So that way you can put beds inside. So that way the homeless people can actually go to sleep, okay, and use that as an address so they can take showers and they can go out and they can go find a job. You know what I'm saying? Get help, okay. So that's the only way you're going to settle this homeless stuff, okay? And the other way you're going to settle this homeless stuff is stop putting market rate housing up, okay? We need affordable housing, not market rate housing. So that's what you need. And let's see here. Let me see what else I have here for the night. I can talk about. Guys, gave you guys a couple. I gave you guys, a couple of extra hours today. It's 8:09, so I'm going to say a few more words, and I'm going to, hang it up for the night. Let me see. There was kind of like one person I wanted to actually talk about, John Mello. Yeah, Blue Bloods TV fan unit wants part to do you love me, my voice, and my acting in my show, my addressing my small messages, and me, and tell me. I am gone. Tell my kids this was a masterpiece. Oh boy. I love my country. I am ashamed of my government. Yes, I love my country, but I am ashamed of my country. And that's a fact. Let me see here. What do we got? Let's see here. I wanted to talk about something tonight, and I can't find it. Let's see here. Yeah, kind of like trying to find, what was they talking about? Something happened on Tuesday, and I want to talk about it. Yeah, it's kind of scary out there today. You know what I'm saying? So it is. Oh. Hey. All right, I think I got it right here. I was in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. CPAC.
So what I tell you right now, our message to you as we get started is that you all are assembled here in front of God to be the front line, of this battle, and we will triumph over our enemies.
That's right. I think we got to do better. CPAC is this wonderful, intimate place where we all come together. But as you know, it'll have a bigger impact on politics around the country and around the world than really any other event. We've picked an audacious theme where globalism goes to die. I think you need to stand up and let the UN and the WHO and the World Economic Forum know what you think. Can you stand up and tell them that we think this is our time? This is our moment? And to the gentleman there who gave that middle finger salute, I think that's just fine. That was good too. And keep standing up, because there's an important thing going on in our country in which the whole world is watching. And that is, there is a unique American who is being persecuted, who is being tortured, who is the victim of the democratic policies based on the world's worst dictators, whether it be Putin or whether it be Xi. The Democratic Party and Joe Biden doing everything they can to collude, to use the deep state, to use lawfare to put Donald Trump in prison. Can we send a loud CPAC message to President Donald J. Trump and his family that we stand foursquare with him? And finally, we did two things at this CPAC that are special and unique. The first thing is, if you call yourself a journalist, but you spend all your time trying to destroy America and trying to destroy Americans who love America and trying to destroy conservatives and patriots and people from MAGA and yes, J6. If that's what you do, we don't want you here. You can buy a ticket and just act like any other normal citizen. And number two, we got together 20 countries yesterday in our first international summit. And the first time in our 50-plus year history, we passed 3 important resolutions that all these countries and our entire board of directors agreed with. Number 1, we're calling out the election interference of Joe Biden, calling it criminal, and calling on the authorities to stop it. Number 2, we're calling out the WHO and their attempt to take... people of the world who love freedom and those nations who have elected governments who love freedom to pull out of the WHO, to defund the WHO, and to make it stop.
Defund the WHO.
And finally, CPAC stands foursquare with the people of Israel.
CPAC stands with Israel. Amen.
It is outrageous that too many people in the media, the Democratic Party and Joe Biden are trying to pull us in to a war in Europe. No talk of peace deals, no talk of sitting down and resolving age-old conflicts. But at the same time, they demand the people of Israel put up a white flag, make peace with the terrorists who are trying to destroy them. We will not put up with that, and CPAC around the world stands with Israel, and we will continue to call out the terrorists who mean to destroy them.
Amen.
Now,
well, there you go. That was CPAC. Let's see here. I was actually I had something here. Well, we also need to support our police and fire too, so basically. Let's see, I might have taken a picture of it too, so I don't know. Okay, nope, it's not that one. Nope, it's not that one. Nope, it's not that one. Alright, well, you know what? I'm gonna go to let's see here. Spindle City Straight Talk. And I'm going to play a couple of videos over here of CJ's. Let's see here.
St. Luke's, Toby, they have their group. They have the South Coast Physicians Group. And this is a way to maximize their returns because reimbursements are so low. And this is the big complaint that Stewart has. Most of their hospitals in Massachusetts are in, I'm going to say this and people are going to get upset, low-income areas. When 70% of your patients are on Medicare and Mass Health, which is Medicaid, and the reimbursements for Medicare and Mass Health are some of the lowest reimbursements in the country. That tells you how these hospitals are supposed to stay afloat. It doesn't work that way. And when you're looking at a facility or facilities like Stewart Hospitals, they're a for-profit. They're for-profit. And with 70% of their patients they can't make a profit on, they've got a problem. I mean, if I were the one that was the chief executive officer and we started looking at taking over Morton and St. Anne's and, St. Elizabeth's and, all, Holy Family and whatnot, I would have turned around and said, look,
Bedford now recognized as the leader of the gateway cities in housing. Unlike Fall River, where our mayor is the leader in opposing housing of any other kind except market rate, they were selected as the leader. So what's the moral of this story? I guess we should all move to New Bedford. Or maybe we can sign a petition. All the people who aren't rich in the city should sign a petition, and maybe we should just become part of New Bedford so we can have Mitchell for a mayor. And with that, CJ, I know you sent me the link, and I know you know about it, so just let's just tell them a little bit more about this.
It's very interesting. I mean, I get these things all the time, and it makes for it interesting. And I believe that was from Mass Inc., who produced that. And it's they have a newsletter called the Gateway Cities newsletter, and it's from the Innovation Institute. And according to them, New Bedford is taking the leadership on housing as a model for gateway cities. Obviously, Paul isn't following it.
Why should he follow it?
Local and regional housing needs by New Bedford's Regeneration Project marks an inflection point in the statewide housing crisis. This in-depth report provides insight into rapidly escalating housing costs and actions that private and public sector leaders in Greater New Bedford can take to get to the root of the problem. The root of the problem is these developers. They're buying up everything and charging outrageous rents. I mean, I didn't review that report too clearly, but here's where I have a problem with this. This report was generated by the New Bedford Economic Development Council. Okay? And anything that's attached to economic development, to me, I don't trust it.
Okay, I have to cut that right there and conclude that for next Wednesday and or Tuesday. So I'll conclude that I'll conclude it for next Tuesday and have and play the replay again for CJ Ferry. So, and my name is Dave Mead from Fall River Media News. Thank you for watching, and stay warm, stay angry, and hold your politicians accountable for everything that they do and say. Thank you. Have a great night.